welcome back. Today I'm just gonna get ready with you. Nothing too complicated. I have a client in an hour, so I want to look put together. However, it's starting to be really warm in LA and I have a fake tan, so I felt like beachy and just bringing that in, even though it's not summer yet. So let's get started. I've already put my SPF on and I'm gonna move on with my Glamglow Glow Starter. This is a nude toned moisturizer and I love it because not only it smells amazing, it leaves your skin with a touch of, I don't want to say shimmer, with a touch of glow. So I'm going to take just a little bit and put in. It smells like Starburst, so if you are not a fan of sweet smells, I wouldn't recommend, but it does look amazing on the skin and preps the skin for makeup beautifully. So it leaves this natural sheen. And then I'm going to move on to foundation. I want to mention that all these products are some of the newest products I've added into my professional and personal kit, and I really love them. So instead of just showing them to you, I'm going to show them in action. So I'm going to follow up with the Dior Face and Body Foundation. This is one of my all-time favorites. I now have almost all the colors in my professional kit. It's light to medium and you can actually build quite a bit, but it has this watery consistency that I love. So I'm going to take just a pump, so to speak, on the back of my hand and I'm just going to gently buff this in. It might be a little too dark, but you know, I want it to match with the rest of my body, so I think we're good. And the reason I'm not using a beauty blender is because I want a sheer coverage. I can go in a little bit afterwards with the beauty blender, but I do love the way this buffs it in. I wouldn't recommend buffing in your foundation if you have really dry skin, because dry skin tends to flake once you start buffing around with a brush. I'm going to move on to concealer and I'm going to try to keep it only in the areas that I need, which is right here. And then a couple of things here. So I want to lighten up a little bit, just not too much. There's still little spots that I have left from previous hormonal acne and now they're red. Everything healed, but that's it. And for this I am going to go in with my beauty blender and just gently press this in. I'm not going too much on the outside of my face here. I always stress that so much. One, we don't have dark circles here. I have wrinkles there, so I do not want to accentuate by adding concealer there. So I'm going right here in this dent to lighten it up. Okay, and then I'm going to follow up with a setting powder. I am in love with the Becca Under Eye Setting Powder. This is my first time moving away from the Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder, which I've used in my professional kit for over 13 years. So we're going to try this one. Is almost identical. White, Dozone clear, and it does have little specks of that reflect back the light. So I'm only going to take very little, it's very fine. I'm going to go just right here in this hollow. And that's it. And then a little bit here in the laugh line. It just completely airbrushes. I like to take this type of powders that reflect the light a little bit, not only to set the eyes, but to go in the fine lines here and a little bit here. I feel like it diffuses them when the light bounces back. And that's it. Whatever I have left, I'm just going to sweep it around, and that's it. I'm going to move on to bronzer, and today I'm using Becca. This is Capri Coast. It has a slight shimmer to it, just enough to give your skin a touch of that sun-kissed glow. And I'm not going to contour. I'm only going to go one time underneath my cheekbone, just one time, like this. It immediately, like, it just creates a drastic difference. And then, just like that, light touch, and press this where the sun would normally hit. And a little bit on top of the nose, and then the forehead. Moving on to blush, I couldn't decide, so I'm going with two. This is Tigger, Lily, and Snapdragon, and I love the combo because one is more coppery and the other one nice pink. So this will give me that almost like a sunburned, but a good sunburn. And to get the full-on glow today, I'm going with a liquid highlighter. This is the new Orgasm liquid highlighter by Nars. I'm going to put a couple of drops of this on the back of my hand and use the beauty blender because it's fairly watery and very glowy. This makes me very happy. And we're ready for the day. I'm going to go into my Persona Copper Kit, and I'm gonna go first. Let me put a little bit of color through the crease. I'm gonna go with the light brown, which is right over here. And I'm just going to gently run that through my crease. Like I said, this is very effortless, barely there makeup, just designed to make me look fresh and ready to tackle the day, but look like I just came back from the beach even though I'm going to work. So that, and then I'm gonna go ahead and take the same color a little bit underneath the lower lash line to just give myself a little bit of definition. I do love a thicker, darker lash line like that, creating that natural shadow there because it just takes away some of my wrinkles there. So now that I have that, I'm gonna go back into my palette and I'm gonna go ahead and take this beautiful copper all over my lid because this bronzy color just gives me life. And again, don't worry too much. Just literally swipe this all over your lid. I love the brush that Sona created for these kits because they just pack a lot of color and there is no fallout. So now that I did that, I'm gonna go back with my fluffy brush and just make sure that this is nicely blended towards my crease. I love me a good copper eye. I think with these colors, it's just, they're so beautiful when you apply them effortlessly without worrying too much about creating some crazy shapes. So I want everything to look like I just woke up and I need a little pick-me-up. Perfect. And then I'm gonna swipe whatever is left on the other brush, a little bit on the lower lash line, that copper. So let me just go in here a little bit. I love creating this haze of copper, haze of color around the eyes. You can always add, like I'm doing right now, so don't rush onto darkening your eye to start with. right? And right quick, I'm going into the off-white here, just enough to put in my inner corner. That's it. Okay, maybe we'll go a touch there. And now, to finish off, I'm going to do just my bottom lash mascara and coat my lashes because they're fairly blonde, so I'm gonna give them a little definition. I love the Glossier mascara for the bottom lashes because I have been using it since it came out, and only on my bottom lashes because I love the brush. It's very precise and it's very natural looking, and it does not flake nor goes on your concealer areas. I find that a lot of mascaras tend to stain over here, especially if your concealer is not properly set. Not this one. Perfect. And to finish off the lips, let me give myself a touch of definition to my lips because they're tiny. So I'm gonna go in gently. And the finishing touches, I'm going to go with, I have 3 glosses that I've been loving. They're all by Persona Cosmetics, and I'm gonna go with, I think, yeah, peach. Peach is my favorite always. So just a touch of this. Alright my loves, I hope you enjoy this effortless, easy to do everyday summery makeup tutorial. If you did, please leave it in the comments below. Any other requests on what you'd love to see next? Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Mwah!